Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane. Thank you, not James, Jane. Thank you so much for being here and giving me your time. And today is the day of block, and we have the Three of Swords and sorrow. Yesterday we were talking about moving on, right? Taking the Eight of Cups, which is kind of a sad card if you think about it, because it's usually, you know, it has something to do with leaving is hard to do, and then you have the Three of Swords coming in today, which is like the sorrow that comes into it. But because these are general readings and we're talking about the energy, I feel more a sense of you're looking at the world in more of the way of that you have to leave. It's hard to leave what you know behind, Pisces. That's the truth of the situation. Okay? The Three of Swords in these general readings for me is seeing the truth in a situation and realizing it's time to move on. If you're like me and you've been on the planet for 52 years, some things are harder to leave behind than others, because you have been living this reality for forever, right? And I'm not saying if you're in your 20s it's not as equally as hard, but I don't know, I think at a certain point in your life you get stuck in patterns and stuck in your ways, but sometimes it's just needed. You need to get out of that. You need to move into something different. You need to start painting a canvas that matches what you are inside. Okay? I feel we've been living in a picture that doesn't suit us, that would never felt like we belonged in that picture story or that picture book. And not only did you find out at some point that you had to get out of that picture, that you also had to paint a brand new one. And I think that's the part, or the sorrow, or whatever's happening that makes you feel this way. Where you're feeling, oh, I've got to somehow now, I don't know, rebuild. I like the way Amazon kind of goes, dun, dun. You're right. And that's exactly it. Okay? I feel for some of you it's been very tiring to do this. It's been so, I feel this Three of Swords. It's like going, oh really? Did we get it so wrong that now, you know, you feel a little bit deflated. And yet for some it is. There's a moment of, you know, like, why? Why? But you're going to get past that. Today is a day of block, so absolutely that is what's coming through, as in how you're feeling. But yeah, we're going to look at how that can be changed. What you can do to get out of that mindset that, you know, really, can't we just hop into a different picture frame? The thing is that it's not been built yet. It doesn't exist. This picture hasn't been manufactured yet. We're the ones manufacturing these new pictures, right? This new way of being, this new way of doing it. We're not the only ones. We're by far not alone. There's great people who have come before us, and there's great people coming after us, but we're definitely part of that crew, of that, you know. True manifesting is about receiving what is the highest good for all. In stillness, I receive. When I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. And this last one most certainly feels like that, especially with the Three of Swords. Okay? You have to fill yourself with joy. You do. Okay? In stillness I receive. I'm feeling very much the Hermit again, okay? The Hermit's coming in, and the High Priestess with the Moon here. The the crescent moon on top here. I'm feeling, yesterday I felt very strongly with the Hermit and the High Priestess. I felt that they're speaking to us directly. They're trying so hard to get through to us, make us understand that this is for the good of all. And even though it may seem like an insurmountable amount of work to do on our end, because changing the way the world thinks is no small feat, right, Pisces? I mean, the way that we do things is no small feat. And I am talking to the entrepreneurial, the entrepreneurs of you out there, okay? The ones who are building things, the ones who are building ways to see relationships with yourself, with others, it's all intertwined together. It doesn't much matter. You could be in the business world and somebody could just be in the love, you know, in how to attract love to yourself and from others world. You can be in the healing, in the Reiki. You're all tapping in to that energetic source of abundance that needs to be healed, that needs to be inspired. You're all tapping into all these different sources, okay? And it comes from within. But you're building, and here's the word. Here's the word. And it came in yesterday, and I should have known. Blueprint. You're actually building a new blueprint, okay? What you knew no longer is. You are building something new. And I have to tell you, this 3 is small behind these cards. It's a very small card, but it weighs in heavily in your heart some days. When you're thinking, this is just so much to do, right? I feel it too, Pisces. Oh my, do I ever feel it? Yes, I do. Okay, I'm with you on here. I feel it. I feel it as well. There's some days where I think, wow, I'm not gonna get through this, right? But you are. You're gonna get through this. Remember, they're talking about joy. There's that crescent moon again. I just noticed it. It's in here and it's in here. It's there, okay? When I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. Change the vibrational frequency around you. So today we're talking about the blocks, and that would be, I'm feeling, again, with this 3, I feel it all in my throat. You know when you have a heartache and you want to cry, you feel it in your neck, right? You get that choking, I want to cry feeling. And that's what I feel. I feel some days like, you know, it's saying it's just too much. It's just too much for me. I don't know how I'm going to make this happen. And it's just a moment. Okay? Look at this 2 of coins. Beautiful. So what are you going to do? Spirit says you're going to adapt. You're going to juggle. You may have to take a break. You may have to sleep it off. You may have to take a couple of days to just get yourself back in centered on the compass, the true north, right? But you will. You're going to get to it. You're going to juggle, you're gonna adapt, you're gonna keep more than one ball up in the air if you need to, but you're gonna focus back on what's important. Okay? Woo, it all came out. So, King of Swords. Let's take them one at a time. King of Swords. Seeing above the rest, okay? He's somebody who cuts right through the truth of the matter. Cuts right through the truth of the matter. So we'll put him right with the 3 swords because he's got something in common with this, okay? He takes this energy and turns it into master energy. Absolutely. Yeah. Because this is cutting through the truth of the matter to move on, and the King of Swords is cutting right to the truth of the matter, okay? He's objective. He's logical. He takes authority. He goes above the crowd. He gets a better, longer view of what's happening. And that's what you do. This is the small you. This is the big you. This is the one that looks beyond. Okay? And then the second card, of course, no surprise, the perspective of it. The Hangman. You go from limbo with the 3 to getting a fresh perspective with the king. That's just the way it is, right? And what do you see? This was already bringing me pain, was already making me small. And now I saw the truth of it. Now I'm shouldering the responsibility. Yesterday we had the burden card at the end of the reading. Remember, you have others who are on this path with you. I am one of those, okay? I'm somebody who struggles every day, okay? I'm not only changing things constantly in my life, I'm actually going through a change physically. The physiological of going from the mother to the crone is what they call it, I guess. Okay, the one who can have children to the one who is no longer bearing children. And all of these changes happen at the same time. And most of the time, sometimes, not most of the time, but sometimes, this can be very, very traumatic. Okay, and the woman, it's very hard on the woman because so many things change, and it's a normal way for women to feel different. Okay, they can feel less than because they no longer have the life-giving abilities as they go into this phase of life. And if you've given life, you know what that is. You know what that feels like, right? Even if you don't sprinkle that power everywhere. So I know, okay? For some of you, you don't have that, but you have different things going on, okay? And we're phasing. It feels like we're changing. We went through this major change for 3 years, and now we're keeping changing, and some of us are going through natural changes. It just feels like we're never endingly changing into something else. But the thing is, Pisces, is we always have been. It's just that these are profound changes. These are the kind of changes that make a difference. Okay? They make a big difference to the environment. They're not just little things. Okay? Like I went from a Volvo to I don't know, a Suzuki, whatever. Okay? That I went from, a minivan to a Maserati, okay? And I know those are big changes, but they're really not. Because the changes that we're doing, it is a movement. It is a movement. A movement that's picking up steam, okay? And some of us are at the beginning of it. We're building companies that are sustainable. We hold ourselves and the population accountable. We're putting services out there that heal the mind, body, and spirit. Yes, for the first time for probably a long time and forever, for us, we are putting things out there that give back, and that's the best way of being. But those blueprints that we are putting out there, it's first of all, it's hard to be the one to build a brand new blueprint. Everybody copies from look at the movies they put out. Well, it was made in 1940 and we remade it 16 times, like to be the one who actually creates something new while taking the greatness of something old, taking a formula from before and turning it into something brand new, leaving the stuff that didn't work out and putting the stuff that works back in, and creating something brand new. And in some cases, creating something that's never been seen before is no small task. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of know-how to go forward in that kind of energy. Okay? And some of you are doing this. You're doing this in your relationships. You're doing this in your money, your career. Yeah. You're doing this in love. Look at this transformation. Yeah, never has it felt so, look at these heads. Heads are going to roll. That's exactly it. There's some stuff that's going to completely be discarded, okay? That's going to completely change around you. And it feels overwhelming. That's the word that I feel. An overwhelm of I don't think I'm ready, or I don't think I can. But you can. You can. Okay? Look, transitioning takes a goal, an idea. And it's taking one step at a time in that direction. That's it. That's it. There's no... everybody you have seen around you who has built empires, they've been inspired, they've been spiritually guided, they've tapped into their internal, and they've found the strength. We had the courage card, the strength card twice yesterday. Okay? They found it within them to move forward. They're humans just like you. If you look at the Tony Robbins, the Wayne Dyer, anybody, the Chopra, anybody, Maya Angelou, they've had profound moments of enlightenment. And they've had moments where they've thought, I can't. But they have. Okay? They have. And it's not because they're gods. If that definition applies, we're all gods. We all come from that source. They're human beings who found the courage to take the next step, to go beyond failure, to have the courage to move on. Even when they feel like the sorrow or the heaviness in their hearts going, I don't possibly know how I could take another step and do this. You can. But you have to be still. And then you have to get a game plan. You have to look above. You have to see beyond all of that, beautiful Pisces. Okay? Know that I believe in you. I do. I believe in you. Know that I believe in you. Okay? If you needed somebody in your life to tell you that they believed in you, I believe in you. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I've done it. And you know what? In the scheme of things in life, I've been that person with zero power. Or I put myself in that position of zero power. I've told myself, I can't do anything. I have no power. And I got myself on the other side of that. And I continually push the envelope. Continually, Spirit is telling me, you're so much more than even what I am today. I could push more. Push more. Push those boundaries. Okay? Make it so this is just a very small fear in a world of opportunity that's coming in for you. Okay? Alright, so it's time to turn that other card. My heart is very big right now, Pisces, because I don't know, it just is. It just is. Okay? So, let's turn this around. The North Star. The North Star. Didn't I just say that? To follow your North Star? Whew. Okay. Alright, so this says, flip your inner light switch. 1910, cycle change. Cycle change. Cycle change. Of course it's a cycle change. Okay, where's the book? Where's the book? Follow your star, Pisces. It's time to follow your star. But I felt this here. I feel it here, okay? According to Vedanta, Hindu teaching, there are only two symptoms of enlightenment, just two indications that transformation is taking place within you towards a higher consciousness. The first symptom is that you stop worrying. Things don't bother you anymore. You become lighthearted and full of joy. The second symptom is that you encounter more and more meaningful coincidences in your life, more and more synchronicities. And this accelerates to the point where you actually experience the miraculous. This is by Carolyn Pearson. 7 or 8. You're being shown a way out of no way. Just when you thought your back was against the wall, you're discovering an internal light that illumines infinite possibilities. There's that hermit thing I told you. Yeah. Yeah. At each turn, take a moment to look up and meditate upon your own North Star. In other words, when in doubt, consider what your higher self would do. Going and seeing beyond. Seeing the bigger picture. That's what I was talking about with him. Ask yourself, if I were enlightened, what would I be moved to do? And how would I be moved to do it? As you do this, realize you are a celestial being woven of starlight through the galaxy of your cells, molecules, and atoms. And you have the answers you seek before the questions are even formulated. Travel your path with confidence, joy, and enthusiasm. Knowing your life is not a problem to be solved, but a magical treasure hunt to explore by the light of your North Star. I stand in the interstellar spotlight of my life, fully revealing my star attributes. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And we did have the star yesterday, Pisces. Yeah. Yeah. This is big stuff. This is big stuff. This is big stuff. But because this is a day of block, I still feel the weight of it on your shoulders. There's some days you wake up and say, how can I possibly do any of this? You can. You're just having a moment. You're just having a moment. Okay? You're just having a moment. Hang in there, Pisces. It's one thing to discover your magic, beautiful Pisces, and it's a completely different thing to actually feel it and know it. Okay? You're well on your way, though. You're well on your way of feeling it inside of you. So don't despair, okay? The difficult relationships in my life are the perfect mirror for me to look more closely at my own behavior. Right. And again, I'm feeling, again, you have the star. And the intuitive, okay? The perfect mirror. Again, I feel that has something to do with the people in your life who probably didn't feel or felt less than magical, right? The things that didn't align with you. And at times you let those things kind of, you made them into a reality. And it's that reality that you're trying to get away from now. That you have to somehow copy somebody's everything to be successful. Okay? And again, look at that. Look at these eyes. Look at these eyes, okay? And just to show you, they're not these cards are not made of just eyes. They have all kinds of things on it. These cards came out together for a reason. I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. And that's exactly what's coming through here. It's exactly My little two people holding on to each other just went down, right? If you don't have that kind of support, that kind of energy of holding each other, it's not worth it, okay? I can control how I perceive it. The Hangman, the card of perception. Look at all these eyes. Look at all these eyes, Pisces. You have many different ways of perceiving things. It's time for you to choose the one that's going to get you somewhere, okay? Like I said, this Three of Swords in the middle, it's making you feel like it's so hard to rebuild something from scratch or build something new from the old, discard the bad, and the transformation's just taking its toll. But it's how you perceive it. Perceive it as an adventure, Pisces. Take this as a brand new adventure. Bring joy into your life. Bring joy into everything that you do in your life. I don't care if it's making your bed or making a sandwich or building a brand new system. I want you to take every 5 minutes that you give to anything, that you give your energy to, and give it life. Okay? If you're putting energy into something that doesn't bring you happiness in life, that's not fulfilling something for you, then don't bother. And people say, well, I don't feel fulfilled when I clean my space. Why not? Why not? You're creating a healthy, sane, breathable space for yourself that's just for you. Even if it's vacuuming or clearing a spot of floor that is yours, where you can travel, why would that not bring you happiness? Okay? If you're cleaning a pot that is going to cook you some really good meals, why wouldn't that bring you some level of satisfaction? Okay, we won't even go joy. Satisfaction. This is a tool that helps me. This is a tool that gives back to me. Okay? This is a person that I feel good about and I feel great about. Okay? Don't invest in energies that don't give you anything back. Okay? You can always find something, but make sure that you validate how important that thing is, right? Now, I'm going to say, it can vacuum the space, but if the space is covered in all kinds of crap, and most of it I don't use, and it just makes me feel like less, because when I try to clean around it, it just doesn't feel clean, then it's time to remove those things, right? So that when I clean a space, it's easier to do. It takes less time. And I'm not encumbered by all this stuff that's stealing my energy, right? I'm talking about clutter. So do the same in your life, okay? Keep the relationships with people who don't feel cluttered. Keep the things that don't make you feel. Develop a new perception, okay? See the bigger picture, right? Float above the room or the situation and see what needs to stay and what needs to go. And even if it makes you feel a little sad, trust in yourself, okay? Trust in how you feel about it. All right. So let's pull some tarot cards, please. I know this one is kind of a weird deck to be in this, but is it really? Or is it just fun? I think we need a little fun today. After that lump in my throat, I definitely think we need a little more fun. Okay, so you have the Eight of Wands, the Judgment, and the Nine of Pentacles. All great cards. Eight of Wands is, yeah, birds of a feather, or in this case, witches of a broom, make things happen, right? Absolutely. Why not? You do see a lot of progress coming. I see a lot of progress coming when you realize you're accountable for your behavior, right? when you, I know, I'm going to go, you know, really basic here, but when you do vacuum a room that's got a few things in it that you really love, you'll vacuum with love, because you're kind of just going, I'm keeping the space clean for the things that I love. If you have just garbage screwing around you, and I'm looking around my room because I have a lot of stuff in here that I've decided I'm going to spend a good 10 minutes after this reading, and I'm just going to purge. And just not in this, behind me where the rabbit is. Since putting her in here, yeah, the room has gotten a lot smaller because, of course, she takes up most of the space. But it's stuff I don't need, okay? So let's say I'll take 10 minutes. I will clean a space. I will vacuum what's there. And instantly I will feel better because the space has her, which she's important, right? Her space is important. I will have more room to breathe. I will have more room to move, and I'll be able to vacuum freely or easily my space without too much trouble, which will make me feel better, right? And will make me feel like I have accomplished something, like there's fruition to what I'm doing, okay? So yes, I've oversimplified it. You can use it for anything, big or small, okay? It could be from vacuuming a room to, I know, revamping relationships, you know, careers. You have to pluck out the stuff that is renting space so that you can make progress. And then things are going to start happening, because the judgment is all about reviewing, releasing, changing, and then moving forward. So that when you do something again, in other words, repeat the same cycle, it's going to feel like you've accomplished something. That's the whole point, okay? And it doesn't need to be all of that. It can just, you can just do it one thing at a time and feel great about it. I mean, there's no specific way of doing this at this point, Pisces. You have the specific way of how you're going to accomplish this. And just do it for yourself, okay? Keep yourself to task, though. That is the Judgment card. It's keeping yourself to task. Okay? Take it 1 minute at a time if you need to, but keep yourself on par with what you need to get done. Okay? The highest good, the highest with the King of Swords, absolutely. Look at the big picture. Look above. They always show me like the eagle flying and seeing the valley for what it is, right? You could have a tent somewhere in the valley, but when you look, you can see, oh, there's a much nicer spot there. And I could plant a garden there, and maybe I could help somebody over there. You have a big, big area, much bigger area with the King of Swords, and that's what I feel. Sometimes we look at our problems in a very small map, a little area that we deem that's important. But in the scheme of things, it's not really working with the whole. And I think that's what you need to do here. You need to work with the whole. You need to tune in to what's important. You need to get a different perspective. And you need to make movement. Judgment, the Chariot, it's all about movement. And no, it's not going to be easy. Okay, with the Death card? Absolutely, not going to be easy. It's not going to feel easy either. You're going to feel sometimes like, yeah, this sucks. This sucks. But no doubt, I love this. You are going to be victorious, and you have the World card coming in along with it. So, absolutely, I feel that you are, your wishes are going to come true. You have the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Transformation card, and you have the World. After the Judgment comes the World card. So success is coming your way in what you're doing, because you're going to take it one moment at a time. You're going to make your minutes count. Oh, that's the, just make your minutes count. That was brilliant. Make your minutes, make your seconds count. Make everything count. Work towards your goals. Okay? Yeah, make sure that whatever you're doing, you're working towards what you want. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so let me take some. I haven't done this yet this week, so let me take some. I don't want me to take all of this. I will. Okay. Work towards your goals. G, goals. Okay? Work towards your goals. Absolutely. You have the a white crystal quartz here. If you have like this lump in your throat like I've had all morning, please, oh jeez. Let's put it right here. And it's with the star. Look at this, and it could be a flower. Look at this, Pisces. I don't know. And this. North Star, star, intuition. Okay. Oh, and this came out again. The love between a grandmother and granddaughter is forever. This is a beautiful one. But again, I'm hit by the past generation and the future generation because we're creating blueprints, right? From the past into the future. This is ancestor speak. Every time it comes out, this is ancestor speak. You are breaking the stuff about crystal quartz when you're feeling, let me finish this thought, and I didn't, and I apologize. I just realized that. I'm having squirrel brain, and it's the squirrel's here, okay? So the thing about this is that when you need to dump that, it's great to have a white crystal quartz. You can get any kind of crystal, and you just pour it in. You can pour the pain or the sorrow or whatever you're feeling with this little Three of Swords here, and just release it, okay? Put it into the stone, and then you can wash the stone. You can also put it in the ground and dirt and transmute it into the ground. Salt works too, but my favorite, especially being Pisces, is just run it in the water, underwater, right? Run it underwater, and then pour whatever I can. And sometimes, you know, these are beautiful. You can pour beautiful intentions and give it to somebody and tell them, these are my best intentions. I've poured my heart and some really beautiful intentions, and I want you to carry it with you. And it can be like love and support and inspiration. These are really good. So I want you to really focus. If you need an object of focus right now, like I'm feeling the tension of my throat and the sorrow kind of seep out of me, and it's going into this. So I'm going to clean it, and I feel the pressure going away. Okay? Okay, so the time clock coming in. The time clock coming in, Pisces, is just what is it? What is the time here? It's 8 o'clock. It's time of 8. Time of 8 is hard work, okay? You have been putting the hard work, but you've been putting quality work in. And again, I'm feeling that pass into the present, into the future. It's a time moving, right? It's time moving. This is a butterfly. And I love this butterfly because this butterfly is imperfect. Look at it. It's all like warped and stuff. I feel that the transformation at some points has been hard. Pisces, it's just been hard, okay? But it's okay. I mean, things like that happen, right? We have moments in life where we just don't feel great, okay? This is a North Node that's showing up on this dice. The North Node is qualities that are needed to develop in order to grow, okay? North Node is usually the opposite of your sign. It's on the other side. You can find out your North Node. You can go online and look at that. I would if I were you. Funny enough, because I'm on the cusp, my North Node is Aquarius, so I'm here to be of service. I'm going to use that as this, and we've had that since yesterday. We had that as well, being of service to people, right? True manifest is about receiving what is the highest good for all. It's about being of service to others as well. So I think that has a lot to do. And take care of that squirrel brain, Pisces, because like I said, since yesterday, the readings, I feel like my brain wants to go a million different directions all at once. I would do the stillness thing, the meditative thing, okay, as much as I could, to go inside myself and take a moment to really focus, okay? And then concentrate on one thing at a time. When you concentrate on too many things or do too many things and have a squirrel brain, that's when you start feeling like life is getting away from you, that things are getting away from you. So please make sure to really, I don't know, take a moment, and even if you need, make yourself a schedule in a day. Even if you can't get everything done, okay? Give yourself something that you can look at daily right now to do. Like at, you know, 1, I'm going to do that for 15 minutes. And at, you know, 1:15, I'm going to do that. Even if you can't accomplish, at the end of the day, realize everything that you've checked mark. If you want to put something else for the next day, you just transcribe it. But this will give you a sense of accomplishment and also a sense of focus, because we can get very squirrel brain for a while. So North Star, get your focus and your goals on. This is what I'm feeling right now, okay? All right, Pisces, I'm going to let you go because my squirrel brain is just, no, it's hurting between the feeling overwhelmed, and I think it's because I can't tie anything down at this point. I've given you a few things. The stone, to drop your pain into, to clear, or put great intentions and give it to somebody who might need focus in your life. The ancestors here coming in to help you to see your focus. The North Node, find your North Node and see what how that can help you in your life, because it will give you a focus, right? Mine is Aquarius, in other words, being of service to others. So focus, and focus on your goals, okay? Write them down. Know what you're going for. Know that it's okay. Transformation is never, rarely a very easy thing to do, but we can manage it. We can get through it, Pisces. All right, that's it. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to look at your foundation, and hopefully all of our collective energy will be more focused on what needs to be done. Love, light, and blessings, my beautiful ones. Thank you so much for being here, for listening. I adore you. Take good care of yourself, and bye for now.